It is time to put these fudsters back to sleep for once and for all, because in this video, I am going to address all the FUDs that these people were throwing at us for years. What is going on, everybody? It's King Karan with another Flare content for you guys. So if you see some people still commenting certain things like that, just show them this video because I'm going to address everything because I'm sick and tired of just commenting all the time and just trying to show them like, no, like, this is different. I've done this so many times, man. I'm not even going to do that anymore. I'm going to make this video. So all of these FUDs are going to be addressed. So let's not wait any longer. I'm ready. So let's go. Flare scammed us by not delivering our promised one-on-one airdrop. So hold on. Calm down. So listen. First, yes, Flare was planning to give everybody who owns XRP, if you would have 10,000 XRP, you would have got 10,000 Flare. If you would have had 100,000 XRP, you would have gotten 100,000 Flare. But here's the thing. If they would do that, you would have people selling and not even caring about the network at all. So Hugo made this proposal, which is actually a genius proposal. Because of this, there is way more network usage. So Hugo said, okay, listen, I'm not going to give you a 100%, so the same amount of XRP that you hold. I'm just going to give you 15%, and you can do whatever you want with that. That 85% that is left from you will go in a big pot, a big jar. And all the other 85% from everybody else will also be in this big jar. What you need to do is to delegate that amount in onto Flare Network. And once you do that, you will be able to earn way more than that 100% that you would have gotten. So if you listened, if you were up to date, you would have gotten way more Flare than just the 1 out of 1. But I know people like you, obviously, because you're not up to date, right? You're still stuck in 2021, and you think that Flare is still scamming you guys while years and years after, we're still making money. We're still receiving the Flare drop, and we have our last Flare drop this month. So your issue is actually that you had to be up to date. And that shows if Flare would have given you that full amount, you would have just dumped it and you would not look back at all. So that proposal, what Hugo proposed about that 85% being in this big jar, so everybody who delegates gets all of that, obviously the portions, and you obviously get more, is a genius move. And everybody who is using Flare is happy. The only people who are not happy are the people who didn't even give a crap about it. And now they're asking, "Oh, you guys scammed me. You guys scammed me because I didn't got it for free." No, I didn't got the airdrop. Well, if you researched it and if you cared about Flare, you would have made more than what you were promised.
Flare was at $2, dropped all the way down to 1 cent. This is a scam coin, man.
You see, you're looking at things, and all you can do is just talk without even using your brain to actually find out what really happened, right? Just like the previous guy. But hey, I'm here to help you. So Flare was at $2 on Bitrue and on Bitstamp because those were the exchanges who were actually issuing an IOU of Flare. And what does this mean? It was actually a copy of the real Flare because Flare did not even launch yet. So they were issuing IOUs to the people who were holding XRP on these two exchanges. And based off from that, the price was actually based off from the amount of supply that was not the full supply of Flare. That was literally a portion of that entire supply. So let's say I have 100 apples, and those 100 apples are $1, $1 per piece. But yet I'm just putting 10 apples on the table, right? What will happen? If I will put 10 apples on the table and I'll say, no, that's all I have, then these apples will be $10, right? That is exactly what happened on these exchanges. They were issuing you guys an IOU, a copied version of Flare. They let you guys trade with it. That was that 15%. And obviously the price went up. And it was also in the time where the bull run was happening. So everything went up and Flare went to $2. And after that, obviously the real supply came in because Flare was launching. And once the real supply kicked in, it was obviously based off from a bigger supply than the small supply that they were based off from. So yeah, then it crashed down to the real price. I have told people about this. There were big, credible people in the XRP community asking me, what should I do? And I was like, don't buy in. Just wait for the real launch. That's the real price of Flare. I've tried to warn everybody about this. I've tweeted about this. And that is why it was at $2 and now it's at 1 cent. It's not because they dumped it and it's a scam coin. It's just because you had some exchanges who were already giving a copied version of Flare to the XRP holders who held their XRP on their exchanges. And that was only based off a little percentage from the whole supply. So that actually made sure that the price would easily go to a couple bucks.
Look at the current Flare price chart. It's a pump and dump.
First of all, open your eyes, go out of the cave, and look around you. Go ahead. Because then you realize that the whole crypto market is tanking. It's not just Flare. And if you compare Flare to other assets, I would say assets that are around top 50, around top 100, Flare is doing actually very well. It's around 1 cent. It's literally bouncing off from a bottom. Have you looked at Ondo? Ondo is making new lows. And that is supposed to be the project that is going to target real world assets. You have BlackRock backing that coin, folks. That is making new lows. Render, the biggest AI coin. I remember people buying that for like 12, 13 bucks. Look at the price right now. It's at $2 something. Also making crazy lows. The chart is doing this. It's crazy. Right? You have different coins in the crypto space who have a lot of credibility, who are looking worse than Flare. So before you comment something like this, you need to look around, open your eyes, go outside of your cave, and look around you. What is happening with the altcoin market? Because we're not the only ones.
Flare is a scam.
If Flare was a scam, financial institutions would not even smell Flare. They would not even go near Flare. They would not even work with Flare. Exchanges would not even mention Flare that they were going to use it. Ripple would not even shill Flare to Vivo Power, who holds hundreds of millions of XRPs. If Flare was a legit scam, all of these things, what they're building, you have no clue about. So just like these other questions, I mean, I would not even say questions, these were actually people ranting. That should tell you enough that these people don't even research at all. They just don't, right? Because if you think that Flare is a scam, you don't know what Flare is building. If you're really going to dive in what Flare is doing with DeFi, Flare is literally adding utility to XRP. They're making sure that XRP is entering DeFi, decentralized, permissionless. There is no company that is promising people that. It's a decentralized entity. You don't need to trust Flare to use Flare. It's all decentralized. It has been tested by crazy hackers. They were trying to get into Flare. They were paid to get in. Let them try. They failed. And they might found some little bugs in the beginning, but now they are waterproof. They have tried to pay people to hack them. They failed. So this system is robust. And they are doing this for XRP, that you can earn yield with XRP. And that is just one little thing that I'm telling you guys about Flare. This little thing here. Because they're going to do this with other assets. They're going to be the DeFi hub for the entire crypto space. And institutions are ready to jump in. That's why I'm telling you. Do you really think that institutions would jump in if Flare was a scam? No. So what I'm going to suggest to you is open your eyes, just like the previous guy. Open your eyes and just start to use your brain cells for this time, just for this time. And just try to research Flare. What is Flare doing? Right? Ask AI. You don't need to use a lot of brain cells, though. I mean, you don't even need to Google it and search these websites. Ask AI, he's going to tell you.
They can print Flare whenever they want, all right? Guys, they're printing Flare whenever they want.
I do get it where you have people looking at the supply of Flare. They think, what is really going on here? If you don't really know about Flare and you're looking at the supply, yeah, you have questions, right? And then you should obviously look at what Flare is doing and why there is a supply increase every single month. Well, and that's obviously because of the flare drops, right? The 1 out of 1 flare drop, that 85% that is in the jar and they're giving it out every single month. That's what is happening right now. And we have our last flare drop this month, and then inflation will go to nearly zero. So your claim that Flare can just print their own tokens like it's the Federal Reserve, no, they cannot do that. Because after what they promised to distribute to the people who are really delegating, who are really giving a damn about the network, to distribute these tokens to these people, after that, inflation will go to nearly zero. So the fact that they can print Flare how much they want is not true.
Flare is doing nothing. It's just airdrop project. It's nothing.
And here we have another guy who is stuck in 2021. Like, he is stuck in that time thinking that Flare is some casino giving you money. I mean, in a casino, you will lose. But this is a fairy tale casino. This fairy tale casino giving you rewards all the time. That's what they think. But it's not like that because they promised us those airdrops every single month. That's that 85%. And they kept their promise, right? And you can obviously earn rewards on Flare because Flare is a decentralized finance project, right? They have oracles, you have validators who are validating transactions and also prices, data. And because of that, you need people to delegate that will turn into vote power. And those vote powers can go to different validators. And because of that, the network, that's literally the pillar of the whole network. And from there, you can get rewards. And that is how Flare is structured from the bottom. And it's not just because they love to give free money. It's literally that every DeFi protocol is built like that. And on top of that, the more you use the network, the more you stake, the more you delegate, the more you participate, you receive these rewards. And it depends what you're doing, how much you're getting, but that is what DeFi is all about. So you probably don't know about DeFi, but hey, this is DeFi.
Flare pays people to talk about Flare and have bots on X. I've seen them all.
And another claim that is just absolutely not true. Like, it's not true at all. If you look at the Flare community, if you really go inside, rather you going outside than just talking based off from that, you realize that you have so many people from the Flare community who are vocal, who are vibrant, who likes to help, who are smart, and who are participating on DeFi. Do you really think that these bots are participating on DeFi? These bots don't have money, all right? They don't have money to participate. So that claim is already out of the window. And you're claiming that they are paying people to talk about Flare. I mean, if you already know that there is a project out there that is doing something that is solving a problem, you don't need people to pay. Look at me, right? I'm talking about Flare because I'm passionate about Flare. My money is on Flare, and I'm part of the Flare community. This is real, guys. There's some people out there, they don't believe this. They think it's just all some show. It's real because Flare is solving a big problem. And Flare is doing something revolutionary that I want to be a part of.
Hugo is a scammer.
You know, another useless comment from someone who has no clue who Hugo probably is. It's always like that. Hugo is a scammer. Why? The price. That shows enough. That shows enough. These people have low attention span. They cannot look at a full interview of Hugo. These people cannot do it. They cannot have, their brain cells are not capable of watching a full video. Not even 20 minutes. They cannot handle that. And those are the people saying that Hugo is a scammer. While he went through hell for years, right? Slack after slack after slack. Oh, Flare is going nowhere. It's just an airdrop coin. Just an airdrop project. While they were building through the entire bear market. From 2021 all the way to right now. Flare was born in the bear market. And if it was another person, probably you would have just given up, sold all your tokens, and leave. But Hugo didn't. He didn't give up. He kept on building. He kept on inventing new things what they could do with Flare. That's the beauty of Flare. There are things that they're building right now they've never thought of years ago that they would accomplish that. That's the beauty of Flare. They keep on innovating. Would you do that? You would have even not been capable of building something like this. You would have not even got the guts to think about something like this, to think about solving a problem in crypto. You would have not even think about stuff like this. So then imagine you putting yourself into that position. Because people like you have not researched anything and they're just making assumptions. So that's why for every single comment that I've been addressed, why are these FUDs still coming? It's because of lack of education. You don't even need to be smart. You don't even need to go to the university and all of that. You don't even look, it's just about understanding what is going on with Flare. Even a monkey can do this. So I do expect that you can also do that. I have faith in you guys. All right? So I hope that you guys enjoyed this content. It's a different content, but I really enjoyed making this. It's a really good piece because I've not seen anyone doing something like this. It's a bit of entertainment and a bit of, you know, throwing the facts to all of these futsters. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this content. Make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to put something down below. Let me know what you think about this video, and I'll see you guys next time.